All right, what's happening, speculators? Let's fire up the Futures Fanatic live stream for the afternoon of Thursday, October 2nd, second day of the first month of the first quarter of 2025. Hope you had a good trading session thus far. As I said in the description, it's going to be a little bit about gold. I'm out of my longs on gold, but I have started some shorts here on Bitcoin. We'll take a look at it just in a second. They can't kill the NASDAQ. But before I get started, just want to remind everybody this broadcast is for educational purposes only. The opinions expressed are those of me. I'll be the presenter the whole time. All trades presented should be expected to be considered hypothetical, should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. I have some live trades on, but mostly I have prop trades on. I said yesterday, if you tune in for the broadcast today, I will be doing a giveaway. It was not quite everything I wanted. We're going to get some better ones going forward, but at the end of the stream, we'll take a look at the P&L real quick. I'm going to figure out a way that people don't cheat. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to be giving away two prop shop warrior accounts. There is an activation fee on that, but those are going to be free for as long as it takes to pass. So just take your time. Don't reset them. If you end up winning one, that'll be great. Speaking of that, I'm in some shorts in the Dow Jones, which we'll take a look at in just a bit. One for picture and sound. Thanks, Rich. Really appreciate it. So again, here is this short in Bitcoin. Not feeling too good. Ain't gonna lie. That's the short in Bitcoin. A little bit better is the short here in the Dow Jones. That's what we should be trading, right? Just stick with the Dow. Keep it simple. Keep it boring. Stay with the Dow Jones, come over here to Bitcoin, and in this account, we're down $100. So I am what's called, I mentioned today in the stream, there's a poker player named Phil Locke. He's quite an interesting dude, a little wacky, wears like skiing goggles at the poker table sometimes. He came up with this concept of up stuck, which simply means you are up on the day while you're playing poker or on the session, but you're below what your high water mark is. Today, I am massively up stuck. So this morning, in the trade room, everything was flowing extremely well, and things are going great. And I've given back a ton of profits. So to give you a little bit of a preview, it'll look like this. See, it's like a Christmas tree, a little bit of green, a little bit of red, some red on the screen here. Giving back quite a bit of profits here. Got some open positions. We'll see what happens. So that's your one preview to try to guess where we end up at the end of the day in terms of the amount of money that we make or lose. If this NASDAQ, if this Bitcoin keeps going up, could be how much we lose. Why don't we switch over to, let's switch over to that. That makes me feel better. We'll switch over to that and just watch the, so what are we up? 3,600 now. 121,890s, 121,905s. Man, it's moving. The good news is I'm fortunate to have quite a bit of actual Bitcoin, so that's good. So this is just sort of silly, funny money, but it's never great to have unprofitable trades. I think that's all that I'm in. Let me just check. Now I'm short a little bit of No, that's it. So we're just short. We're short MBT and the MYM. Let's take another look. It's really decided to start frying me right as we start this. There's no more ads here at all-time highs, so this is completely in graceful exit mode. So we'll just see if we get any opportunity to work my way out of this. Any opportunity. Don't kill my dreams.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
All right, so let's take a look at gold though real quick because it was the opposite. Gold today went down to, let me make sure I'm on the right screen, right? Yeah, and I know my head's in the way of a lot of this chart, but you can see the hard right edge here. So this is our 233. It's called the T-line. It's a quick way to identify trend on higher time frames. I use it on 30, 60, 2-hour, 4-hour, and 8-hour. So I'm not one that's going to draw trend lines or have a bunch of moving averages, but it is a level that we work with. And today it actually hit a pivot, which is S2. I don't really use the pivots that much, but I keep them on the chart so that we can see some confluence there. And they went down, scared the kids, put in a low of about 38.45. Angela in our trade room this morning nailed like 38 50s right in there, and had a nice trade out of it. It popped up to about 68s and then came down, made a lower low. That happens sometimes. You can see I've been resting an order all afternoon for 38.32 spot 4. That was kind of a high volume node. Excuse me, just outside the value area of Tuesday. So this is Thursday session, Wednesday, here's Tuesday over here. So they go in opposite directions. Now it's finding a little bit of resistance here at the prior session low at 38.880. So it'd be great if I was still long this gold against being short the Bitcoin, but you can't have everything. Again, if you are just first time ever seeing this stream, I'm really about risk-adjusted returns, which simply means if you have a smaller account like I spit that out all the time, but I want this to be very clear. The prop firms and yourself, you're not able, you can look at win-loss ratios and expectancy and just your overall P&L, and you can graph an equity curve. All those things are fine, but things that don't work at all are like CalMAR or Sharpe ratios or anything that has to do with the riskless rate of return. All that stuff is nonsense. It was really, really difficult to use those metrics back when interest rates were so low. It's a little bit better now. But the one thing that you can do, okay, is just establish, protect, and respect a daily risk budget that doesn't exceed 10% of your account balance, all right? 10% of your starting daily account balance, and that's your risk budget for the session. And if you operate within that, you are by definition producing risk-adjusted returns, because any of your returns are based on a set and finite amount of risk, right? So the path to qualifying or passing an account, unfortunately, all the prop firms now, and I'm doing everything I can, and eventually I will probably, we already have one firm, I want to give a shout out to Phoenix Trader Funding, that has implemented 25% daily drawdown dynamic, which is great, meaning based on your starting account balance. More to follow. So we'll be out there eventually. If I have my way, every firm should have a program. We'll let all the gamblers and everybody do whatever they want. I still get all these comments, you know, you do it your way, man. I pass these things fast. I can't waste no time inside of a evaluation. Okay, great. Go for it, hot dog. I mean, you're going to fail without a doubt. And the tortoise is going to win this race. So back to the concept of risk-adjusted returns and something that you can actually measure. If you're operating within that, you're also going to put up a pretty high netto number, which is something I've talked about before. You can look up John Netto and check out his netto number. That's more for portfolio management, because the path that these prop firms, what they're getting wrong is they're treating everybody with these set group of rules, and then they're just rewarding or promoting eventually and paying out the ones that manage to operate within those rules. But there's too many rules. You don't need all those things. All you need to do is have a soft daily loss limit that can't be exceeded more than 3 times in a month. If that was your soft daily loss limit and it couldn't be exceeded more than 3 times in a month, or else you have to start over, you would not exceed your daily loss limit, right? I can't tell you how many emails I get. What can you tell me about how I stop over? And I mean that in that whining voice, because when I read them, it sounds like just whininess. I overtrade and I have a problem and I do this for 3 days in a row and then this happens and that happens. Okay, most of these programs, I just did a video on prop Apex. God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this thing. Goodness. All right, hold on.
Order submitted.
Not fun, man. I'm not having fun.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
I am not having fun.
Order submitted.
Let's see here. Okay.
Order
Bitcoin
filled.
just keeps going higher. So when people are asking for my advice or any advice, are going to read a book on how to get away from this, it all starts with just, I mean, I don't know, get Risk Guardian or one of these tools that just shuts you off at a certain level. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's no more. I mean, we're in here. How high can the NASDAQ go today? How high can Bitcoin go? Is it going to fry me and ruin my day? It might. You know, it's continuing to move higher. But who cares? It's all well within my daily risk budget, because fortunately I was up this morning. But, you know, if this thing keeps going, I don't know if I'll still be up. We might have to measure how much I lost, because it's a pretty big number now. Not pretty big, but it's, you know, it's red. We got some red on the screen finally. Maybe I will get saved by the 1 short that I have in the Dow Jones. It's unlikely. I know you mention this every stream. Where can I find your chart settings? So where you can find everything, everybody, is over. You come over to the website over here. So you come over to the website. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay. And hit any of these buttons. Try TDG. So right there. So inside of our free trial, you get access to the workspace for NinjaTrader, as well as we point you in the direction of a cheat sheet to set up the stuff on TradingView if you want to set it up on TradingView. And then you're all set. Okay. While you're on the website, or if you look at the resources down below in the description, you can also come over here to the ebook. Grab this ebook. This is going to point you towards everything that you need. What is the name of the graceful exit video on my YouTube channel? Probably has the word graceful exit in it, so you can search for a title on a YouTube channel. But since I'm such a giver, and anything to distract me from Bitcoin continuing to go higher. Bull Barbie. 200 Bull Barbie. Who the hell is Bull Barbie? All right, here we go. We go over to videos. And we're looking for the graceful exit one, right? So it's this one here. It doesn't have the word graceful exit. Easy futures exit trading strategy anyone can follow. So grab this one right here. And then you're good to go, yo. Good to go, yo.
Order filled.
All right, did I miss any? So question, DRB is considered average daily profit? No, not profit. That's your daily risk budget. So that's how much you can lose. 10% of 50, high or ordinary. That's the starting point. So did you read the book? Yeah, if you read the book, I explained it in the book. That's a starting point. The only way you increase your daily risk budget is based on your ability to generate risk-adjusted returns, which means exceed your daily risk budget. If you sit at 250 and you hit or exceed that more than 4 times during 22 trading sessions, 3 or 4 times, then you can't increase it, you should decrease it, because the chances are you're going to continue to hit it. Before you worry about all the mechanics of your strategy, and every time that I see anybody, it's always about predictive stuff. I called the gap this, I called that, I called this. By the way, I called 25,000 today in the NASDAQ. That wasn't very hard to see. Where are we, 120 points higher? I'm not trading the NASDAQ right now, but 115 off of the lows, a little bit more. I think we hit 24,995s or something like that. So the other part of your question, not sure how fast progress, if that has to do, we've been talking a lot about progress here. Everybody, take your effing time. I have 5 $250,000 accounts at Apex. I have 3 200s at Bullinox. Excuse me, I have 3 150s at one Bullinox account. I have 3 50s. I have 3 200s at Blue Sky, I think it's called. And then I have maybe 30 or 40 funded $150,000 accounts. By the way, Dan, if you're here, Dan's probably not on the stream, but I would agree. Screw Legends for right now. They took 4 days to get my data connected again. 4 days. And I sent a thing back. I'm like, hey, what the hell? I tell you, they care less about their funded traders than they do their unfunded traders. Most do. You know why? Because they can't make any more money from their funded traders, right? You ever notice that? You pay your Apex is never making another dime from me. I did a video a while back. I bought my last 5 evaluations. So I guess they're making money on that because I'm not trading them. Anyhow, in terms of the progress, it took me about a little over 4 months to pass the 250s. Now that's $15,000 trading micros, and I never traded more than 4 at a time. So that takes a while, but 4 micros can add up. $8-10 in the NASDAQ, no problem. 100-point move. It's a great day. So don't worry about your progress. Worry about how long it takes you to not hit or exceed your daily risk budget for long periods of time. Winning streaks, I talk about winning streaks. I get on them. I like to highlight them because it's a little bit of clickbait when you talk about winning streaks. But don't worry about your winning streaks. Don't worry about your average daily profit to begin with. Eventually, you have to be able to learn where to size up and how to go with the flow on days that are working well based on the strategy that you're trading and the market regime that the market's currently in. Geez, I don't even know what to do here. I'm like frozen. That's like the first move.
Order filled.
First move in my favor.
Order filled.
I guess I just
Order submitted.
sell some more. I'm really frozen here.
Order filled. Order submitted.
So there you go. Yeah, the gold was a great trade today. Great trade today. All right, so the Buzzati. Hopefully that answered your question. If you're just joining, I'm going to be giving away 2 Prop Shop Warrior accounts absolutely for free. For those that aren't using Prop Shop yet, you cannot trade on NinjaTrader. You can't trade on Trade8. You can't trade on TradingView. Can't trade on the web, really. Their preferred platform is Tickblaze. If you don't like Tickblaze or want to use it, you can use Addis, or you can use Quant Tower, or you can use any Rhythmic platform if you want. Okay, there we go. A little better. And by a little better, I mean not quite as bad.
Order filled.
Let me see if I can almost break
filled.
even on a few accounts here.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Congratulations, Rod. You are officially losing less.
Order filled.
All right, I'm going to do some voodoo on your ass in just a second, and I'll show you the accounts that are
Order filled.
losing the least.
Order filled.
I'm holding in this account. Let me see here. One more moment. 32s. Now, this has been abysmal. Just abysmal.
Order submitted.
All right. So in this account here is where I have my best price. So
Order submitted.
come back up there to 122 even, and I'll lay out some more inventory. Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, when I say frozen, it simply means that I don't really have a whole lot I can do. I mean, so let me show you the accounts that have the worst, like here. So it's not terrible. You know, at one point when we were up, if we get back up there, it'll be down $150 or something like that on this 2 lot. So I'm not frozen. It's just there's really no reasonable ads up here. Of course, this is all-time highs. You know, so there's not a lot to do here. I know my head's in the way. So just have to realize, yeah, when you're just kind of, and I had 3 lots in a few accounts, and just on this pullback, I did take a graceful exit. Because what I do is just quickly look at the next series of measured moves, right? All of the swing levels are to, of course, the long swing levels are to the upside because we're getting big bursts to the upside. So, I mean, if you measure any of these, they're anemic, right? So I get that, and I'm all for it. Now, like in some accounts like this one, it actually makes it, the overall trade is positive because I only entered up here originally, but I think like these are in really bad shape. No, they're not in bad shape. So I take that back. We're fine. We're manageable now. Might be able to get back to, we need to get back to solid green ass. See if we can get to solid green ass. Another little preview, quick preview. Do a screenshot. Going to do a giveaway. What is the profit and loss? By the way, this is the column. This is the column right here. All right. Get ahead of the game. Start adding that up. Going to be giving away some warrior accounts. Is Tickblaze a good platform? It is getting better. Okay, it is not as fluid and as reliable as NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader's been in the market over 20 years. Tickblaze's been in the market, still in beta, for a little over, 4 months. Launched in May. So relative to how long it took Ninja to get stable, now you guys were not trading on Ninja in 07, 06. You guys didn't wait for 4.5 years for Ninja 8 to come out after Ninja 7. I'm not sure they're ever going to release another point release of Ninja, are they? I don't know. Anyway, yes, it's free. It's definitely one that I would give. And what I offer for anyone who uses my code to get anything over at Tickblaze is, let me take you up to here. So here's Tickblaze right here. Okay, I have it set up to look just like my Ninja charts. And unlike Ninja, where you would have to import a workspace, you'd have to get the order flow suite, which, by the way, sounds like with a lot of these prop firms that support TradingView, I think it might be an upgrade, or you'd have to check with the firm, but should be able to get the order flow suite from these firms, right? So once you have the order flow suite, you can do everything that I'm doing here on Ninja. But Tickblaze, it's even easier. You don't have to import the bars. You don't have to import anything. You just import my workspace, my desktop, and you have everything you need to go with there. As you can see up here real quick, I'm short the Dow Jones, and everything's creeping up a tad bit here. All right, collectively, suck it. I am sucking ass on that. So that was a cluster F. So the challenge is going to be challenging for me because I only trade micros. And yesterday I was doing 6 to 8 micros, and I don't trade 6 to 8 micros in any of these things, but I figured, all right, I'm going to do 6 to 8 micros, and I had a max loss yesterday of $880. So my $150,000 account is at 149,200. So I must be in last place, but I haven't looked at it's a whole month. So I've said before, I'm not going to win that. There's no chance, zero chance I win it because I can't trade minis. I could, but I'm not going to. But even if I make $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, which is probably where I'll end up, if I push it a little bit, I'll be proud of the risk-adjusted returns, and you guys will know that that was all audited and couldn't be blown up and all that. But that's a good question. I should probably do a little bit more. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, Trade Day is doing a challenge or whatever, and it's a $150,000 account. But I was off to a rough start because I had to create, anyway, whatever. I have other accounts with them, and they said, no, you can't trade on the same connection with those other accounts because we won't be able to keep track of it. I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? Can't you keep track of the one that is the one that I signed up for and you gave me a discount code for? You know what I wanted it to do too? I had all these suggestions. They're like, thank you for your suggestions. No. I thought it would be great if it was like a late reg kind of thing, like a poker tournament, where you could just keep buying in and all that money would just go to the pool, but you had to pay for the accounts and pay for the resets. I'm like, I'll do really well in that game because I'll get this massive overlay and I could take advantage of this overlay. So all those trading competitions are so stupid. They're just set up. They're set up stupid, and this stupid. Yeah, I'm not happy with this short, but I'm going to ride with it. We'll see what happens. Let's go back to what we should be trading, which is the Dow Jones short from who? Let's talk about that. Where are my Dow traders at? Where are my members at that are short from +2s? You better be short from +2s. Put the order on the line. Yeah, throw some ZNs on. That's fair because it's realistic margin. What's the drawdown in the $150,000 account? 5,000. So I guess that's true. I could put on two ZNs and still feel like I'm doing the right thing. All right, Mark, Mitchell, the real Reggie, Hazel, Demetrius, Luke. I'm not in last? All right, well, that's good. I think I was down. My balance now is 149, 280s. So we'll see. I'll get back up to starting stack by tomorrow. It's early, man. All right, I'm going to take you up here and get out of a few of these DAOs here. The reason I'm doing that is because
position closed.
I'm not using a copier, and I just want to focus on one account.
Order modified.
So getting out of the DAO here, okay? And then I'll leave it on in...
Order canceled. Order modified. Order filled.
I'll leave it on in one account there.
Order modified.
Now, why am I doing this silly thing here? Because unfortunately, everybody, please don't trade with a copier yet. I did a whole series on Thor. Don't wait for me on that. They released a cloud thing. There's a lot of stuff for me to test. If you want to go try to use, all of the copiers that are not built in are going to be somewhat problematic, either built in or a good plugin like Affordable Indicators Copier or Replicanto, which I use. So if you use a copier on Rhythmic over at Tickblaze for Prop Shop, you're just asking for trouble. I know it would be better if they said we don't support them anymore, or please don't use ETP, the thing we gave away and promoted. Just figure it out for yourself. You're going to be screwed if you try to copy on Tickblaze. So I don't do it. Okay? So what I do is I just do it manually like you saw, and then now I'm on just one account here, and I can just pay attention to this one account. So there we go. Let's come back here. Right back up with Bitcoin. All right. If you're not first, you're last. I don't know. I think it's unlucky because I'm the only one that's using my real name. And I wish it, I've asked them if they can change it to Futures Fanatic, but they said no. Very stringent over there. I like James, but maybe because he's British, he's a little stringent. They're both British, Steve and James. All right, so we're going to hit it again on a little pop. I don't know about you, but I'd rather have more inventory before it goes down to 46,703s. So I'm probably going to... Yeah, so there are ways to stitch together stuff from Ninja over to Prop Shop. Those of you, there's a lot of ways to stitch all this stuff together. So I'm just out there, promoting to not do it that way, use the native platform. But for those of you that know how to work all the tools, you can figure it out.
Order filled.
Suck it, Dow. Come on, baby. Yeah, Quantower is a very good platform. Quantower is a very good platform. Motiveway is a very good platform. Sierra is a very good platform. There's infinite amounts of choice. The reason I continue to quote unquote defend and promote Tickblaze is, one, it will get better and I believe in it. Two, it's going to be the easiest platform for me to distribute stuff to people, where, you know, everything else is still difficult to distribute anything, right? And I can test it. I can add it to the VPS, the Quant VPS. I can test it there. I can give you guys releases if you're Quant VPS customers, which, by the way, hasn't launched yet. And I can provide automation, which I'm going to provide at some point. I'm still working through all the legal stuff with that. I think the benefits outweigh the legal concerns. You will have to pay for that if you want automation, but my stuff will be unlike any bot or anything you can buy from anybody else, because all it's going to do is automate theory and logic and entry criteria that you already understand. And it's going to do something extremely cool. Like, for instance, this is on Tickblaze. When you enter right here at the plus twos, you can have the entire ATM dynamic logic, depending on how you want to set it up, to instantly put the stop and target based on the levels, right? So it's a dynamic stop. If you say I want 1-to-1, what it's going to do, you guys understand this, right? If it's 1-to-1, it's going to measure from your entry to here and go and put a 71 point stop. If it's 2-to-1 to first target, right? It'll put a 71 point target and it'll put a 35 point stop. How cool is that? Automatically for you. Now, there is nothing out there ever that's done that. Ever. Okay, so stick with the Futures Fanatic, stick with my channel, learn these strategies. You don't have to love or think that mean reversion works or whatever, but I'm going to be able to deliver to you something that is the closest thing to automated nirvana. And in order for you to buy it, you have to be a member of my trade room. Okay, I'm not going to sell it to everybody. You have to be a member of my trade room, and you have to have demonstrated that you've already walked forward, tested this stuff. I'm not going to sell something that uses automation that might need to be recalibrated occasionally to people that don't understand the strategy and have not walked forward, tested it. I have a lot of people, 500 plus people now in my trade room, that understand the theory and logic behind the stay in your lane strategy and can trade it on any instrument they want. This Dow Jones is going to, so what we could do is like take profit here, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take profit here. I'm going to buy the ask, okay? And now I'm going to leave this as a long at VWAP. So I'll be getting long at 46,715. I'm now flat the Dow Jones. So since I'm flat there, we have to go back to this disaster. Let's go back to this disaster. I mean, it's not a disaster, but so now we can watch this NASDAQ, which is not a profitable trade. The Tickblaze Copier, I believe, is a this year thing, but when it comes to software, you never know, right? That's right, yeah. So you're not going to be able to buy any automation if you can't figure out how to find the password for the trade room and log in. That will be the requirement. All right, I'm going to take you up here to watch the Dow that I'm still in, where I'm looking for the extended target of 46,715s. So I'll keep you there, so that I can also just sort of check in over here on some stuff.
Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Demetrius, you covered your short at +1. Yeah, so members of my trade group will understand how powerful that thing's going to be. Now, it's going to take time because it's only going to be on Tickblaze. And because of that, it's going to take some time. So it's probably not a this year kind of thing, because there's still some issues, with coding that all up in Tickblaze. But the vision is happening. Might take a while, but good things come to those who wait. Okay, if you're just joining, going to do a little giveaway of 2 Warriors today. Those are going to be Prop Shop Warrior accounts. Do with them what you will. They do require an activation once you pass, but they have no monthly fee. So trade them for 3 months, 4 months. There's no monthly fee. They're truly free, okay? So if you haven't yet tried out Prop Shop, stick around for that. I'll be giving out those codes. Yeah, Mitchell's mentioning it'd be great for testing and getting stats. Yeah, that's the whole idea. So if those that don't know, Tickblaze was originally coded by this guy, Daniel, and a really brilliant guy, and it was only meant for quants and for institutions. That's what it was really built for. So the fact that it has all these problems on the front end as a dumbed down point-and-click discretionary trading system, not making excuses for the development team or for the platform, but that's not what it was originally intended for. What it was originally intended for was to do multi-asset class, multi-time frame, serious backtesting and automated trading. And that stuff all exists on the strategy desktop, which, are you ready for, less than 1% of people using Tickblaze have ever even logged in and used that thing. But that's to be expected. Like, that's not what the market is. The market is point-and-click dummies trying to pass prop programs. I love you guys. But that's where the puck's going, and I want to introduce that back to retail. And as Mitchell's saying, yeah, we're going to have real stats on everything. For those that are like, I don't know if I want to come in your trade room for free until you tell me all the stats associated with your trading strategies, because I can't waste my time, my precious time. Yeah, Samuel C. saying that his is getting better. I've had 0 problems with it. A couple chart refreshes when they release a new build, which, by the way, they're releasing builds all the time. I am not using a copier at all. I'm not even copying a single trade. I'm just trading single instances, and my workspace up here has been rock solid for well over 6 weeks. So things are getting... It's getting better. It's getting better all the time.
Order filled.
All right, we're going to break here? Yes. My tax statements are coming. Here's a serious question. If anyone... I don't want... So let me preface what I need. So I need to buy 1 to start, as many as maybe 3 Airbnb short-term rental properties between $500,000 and $700,000. Okay? I got to do it this year, and I'm not looking for a real estate broker, right? Everyone's introduced me to brokers. I want a turnkey company that does this specifically for cost segregation and bonus depreciation, because that's what I need. So if you know a company or know someone who specializes in that, of course I don't want to buy things in crappy markets where the price could depreciate, but hook me up, rod@tradersdevgroup.com, and if I appreciate the referral. So what that is short-term rental, residential, not commercial. So I'm in the process of doing some of the research myself in the various markets and stuff, but given my track record in real estate, I will buy at the absolute top. I'll get all the depreciation, help my tax for 2025, and then I'll be stuck with 3 properties that I paid $700,000 for that are worth $500,000. So don't do that to me. Okay. Started taking ghost trades after I exited trades. Rhonda, were you using a copier at all? Did you have any copier connected, or were you just trading in a single account? Yeah, I don't know if there's a payroll report tomorrow, given what's going on with the government. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. You gotta believe it's getting better. It's getting
Order
better
filled.
all the time. Let me take you back to here because I got this one account in profit now. I'm going to show you the one that's working. Can't show you the ones that aren't. Actually, a lot of them are working now. So let me just take that
Order
off.
submitted.
Bitcoin is so
Order
illiquid
filled.
that you can hit the buy.
Order filled.
Bitcoin's the one that you don't want to hit buy bid because like if
Order
you hit buy
submitted.
bid, let's see if we get filled. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Order filled.
All right, we got filled. So you weren't using a copier and was doing some ghost orders? That sucks. Sorry to hear that. The support is pretty good. So, all right, let's do it. Let's reduce our exposure here.
Order filled.
I'm taking every little
Order filled.
decline it makes. All right, we're doing it in 26. See, this is the one we didn't get filled in. All right, looking better. Putting some green on the screen. Okay, we're removing the red. Take a look. It's getting better. This is the column you want to look at. This is the column we're going to add up. We're going to see how we did. Yeah, so Sam's saying the bad part of the ghost trades, if it starts to get in that state, just stop trading, open up Rhythmic Trader and flatten everything. That's the best thing to do. If you see any platform that you're using, Rhythmic platform, get wonky, just log into RTrader, flatten everything. You should always be able to flatten everything in RTrader. Yeah, the BOGOs, there's a sale going on right now at Tickblaze, at Prop Shop. I highly recommend you look into it. They have BOGOs for direct accounts, which are called their Gladiator accounts. They're BOGOs. Buy one, get one free, okay? And those are direct accounts, so they include activation. I think you can do BOGOs even for the Warriors. The one I'm giving you today is a no-cost Warrior, but when you activate it, you'll pay the activation fee. So... but by all means, use code TDG and go get you some prop shop shit if you'd like. All right. I'm not giving up in this one. I'm gonna add. What do you think? This is what Bitcoin does at these times. We can see. I don't know if it's really a market on close thing. We have market on close in 2 minutes. You get a huge spike into the close, especially on these all-time new highs, and then I could get a lot of give back. But I don't know if we'll stick around for that. But let me see if I can predict the future, since so many people are into predictions. Something like that. Like here. I hope not, but okay. So I don't know all the details. So it's if they have they're running so many specials. Ken's saying that he bought a couple of BOGO Warriors. Okay, so the BOGO Warriors also include the activation. The activation's waived if you qualify by the end of October. Okay. Let me check, and I'll see if I can distribute out a code to a code that does that. I don't even think I have the code yet. All right. My mom's getting a certified pre-owned Hyundai Elantra with 5,000 miles. That's great. It's a good car, I guess. My mom's 82 years old and really shouldn't be driving, but you know, what are you going to do? Coinbase having a big day with Bitcoin way up here. What's going on with CRO today? You know why I love CRO? Because it makes you feel rich. I have 580,000 of them. Like, I've never had 580,000 of anything that's actually worth something. Let me see here. CRO, 22 cents. 22 and a half cents. Yeah, that's what I should. Okay, I should get my mama. So the other day, I had my key fob for my car was dying. So you know me, I'm not even gonna do that. So I go into the dealer. I'm like, hey, can you fix put a battery in the key fob? And there it was, shiny ass sitting on the Gaudin Porsche Las Vegas showroom floor. I think it's 2025s. They're 2020. They might have a 2026, but I think it's a 2025. Turbo, non-plug-in hybrid, Turbo S. The thing was so sick. But did I put the car video in here? We have a car channel. I don't think anyone uses it, but don't we have a channel for cars? Hot Wheels. Oh yeah. Did you guys ever see this? So Rachel and I went. So I drove this one. This car is sick. That was fun. Yeah. Rachel drove the Ferrari. So you drive with an instructor unless you want to take their like 2-day course or whatever. So I went out there with my instructor and I said, listen, I like to tip well and take care of people. You get $100. I'm only doing 5 laps. You get $100 if no one passes us. He's like, well, I mean, I say, look, I was told this is the fastest car on the track. I'm pretty decent at doing this. You get $100, but no one can pass us. So he got $100. Anyway, this thing is, I don't know if you be able to hear this sound. And then it comes around. And I came around here, the turn. Yeah, anyway, fun stuff. Oh, what are you guys doing? You guys are asking like trading questions, what platform I use? I don't want to answer trading questions. Let's talk about cars. Yeah, I know there's a key fob, a video. There's probably 50 videos on how to replace the key fob. But here's what happens. You go and you pry it open, you get like a butter knife or you're doing that, and then you jam yourself in the hand. Or then you get it open and you're like trying to, the batteries underneath. I don't need to mess with that. My time's too valuable. What platform do I use? I use 4 or 5 platforms here, but predominantly you're going to see Tickblaze, NinjaTrader most of the time. Tickblaze and NinjaTrader. I also have TradingView up over here. So we can always look at stay in your lane. If you're a TradingView kind of person, take my trial. I can show you how to set. Look how beautiful this lane is here on gold, right? Did have a little heart attack thing, but then held. And look at the NASDAQ. Look, I would like to show you exhibit, and this is a real live trade here this morning. It's a real live account. I do the same thing. There you go. Sold 25,175, covered it, right down there. Short, cover. And then this is a thing of genius here, right? You can go line to line, -2 to +1s. So I can show you how to set this up totally for free. You just got to come in the trade room. Suck it, Dow Jones. I do not watch much Championship or Premier League. I was a big fan of Welcome to Wrexham and still am. And at one point in 2007, I think, around mid 2007, I was might have been 2008, but right as the pandemic was, I mean, not the pandemic, the financial crisis. I was a 5% owner of Sheffield Wednesday, which I think was in 3 at the time, or Division 4. Are they in the Championship League now, by the way? They weren't the year and a half that I owned them because they got relegated. So no, I don't watch that, but this is my favorite. There is no better time than the first part of October. You have playoff baseball. You have football, college and pro. You have hockey kicking off. You have the NBA kicking off. You have just every possible thing you could ever want, especially if you're a complete degenerate gambler like I am. Yeah, that was not the car. So Calvin knows his cars. What that was me on the far side of the track, and then driving away was a Dodge Challenger that they use for a drift. So it's a drift car. So the Dodge Challenger was going away, but when the video starts, I just love that sound. So that's an actual Challenger going the other way. So you guys know your cars. When you go out to that Speedway Vegas, they have this Challenger that's done up like a police car. And then they do the drifting in that. All right. I am going to, yes, I'm going to do it here. There we go. All right. Graceful exit. Don't want to mess around with that too much longer. We had our market on close. It didn't do a whole lot of anything. Let's come up here to the Dow Jones to watch if we can get down to VWAP right into the close. So I answered the platform questions. That's no, that was not the same car Paul Walker was killed in, but I played a lot of European football and soccer. And then I get to UCLA. I knew I had no chance. I was a very good swimmer and a very good soccer player, but when you go to UCLA, if you're not like Gatorade player of the state, although I could probably walk onto our football team right now, as shitty as we are. Do you know there is a 67% chance now that UCLA doesn't win a single game this year? Which I love because I have under 2.5 wins. I went to the UCLA UNLV game at Allegiant Stadium, like I blocked it out maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago. And within the first 10 minutes of the first half, I was like, we are so bad. We're just bad. So I'm on my thing. I'm like, I need a future that we don't win 3 games. Because like if we don't win, I thought we were going to win the New Mexico game the next week. But I said, after that, who are we going to beat? We have no chance to beat anybody. All right, here goes. Let's see if my prediction on Bitcoin is correct. Coulda, shoulda, woulda just closed it, but I'm going to hang on. You went to UCLA and graduated last year? Well, I'm sorry to say, our football team has been horrible for a long time. I was there in the golden years. I know I look very young, but I was there when Aikman was there. We had Troy Aikman, we had Gaston Green, we had Carnell Lake. Yeah, we paid a lot of money for him, and he hasn't really delivered. He's a very good athlete, but the team is not good. And then speaking of the New Mexico State game, we paid them $1.5 million for them to come kick our ass. Someone, they asked Robert how well the existing Dallas Cowboys that are still alive, does that include like Emmitt Smith and stuff? If they played UCLA, you mean? I did. I graduated in 1990. Started in 87, graduated in 90. Oh my goodness. Do we add one here? No, we can't do it. We're just going to watch my predictive arrow come into one more minute here. Oh, they asked Staubach how well they do against the current Cowboys team. Oh, I understand. Yeah, against the current Cowboys. Who's going to possibly short Bitcoin right here? Nobody. Nobody except for a dumbass like me who's already short. You dumbass. I did not trade futures in college. I started trading super actively in 1993. That was the year I started at Merrill, and I was doing mostly OEX options, and then I left Merrill in 97 to run the Beverly Hills office of block trading, and I was one of the biggest SOS traders in the country. And then I was with Bright for a little while, Don and Bob Bright. The original prop trading, real prop trading out here in Las Vegas. And then in 97, during the Asian currency crisis, I started trading this newfangled thing called the S&P E-mini. The S&P E-mini, September of 1997. I'm proud to say that I'm pretty sure also that I was one of the first maybe 100 traders in the world to trade the first micro contracts in May of 2019. I was right there on the thing. I'm like, I'm going to trade this thing. The moment it comes out, I want to trade this micro. Everyone's like, oh, these things are going to fail. They failed at Tasty. All right, I think that'll be it for today. Did I miss anything? So what we're going to do is we're going to do our P&L and EC scores. Do you guys know how to do that? You tell me your P&L and EC score. Some of you will know what that means for the entire day. And then let me line up these PAs. I'm going to take a screenshot of just this. We're not going to do everything. We're just going to do the PAs. Let's see here, just like this. If we added everything up, it would be, oh shoot, never mind. I need to do it like this. Okay, let's do the honor system and do not pause the screen. Okay, do not pause the screen. Nice, love it. Okay, let me take this off the screen actually. Bring it up here. All right. Oh shoot. I don't know if that was on the screen for very long. Might have been on the screen for a second. All right, hold on. Okay. Now here's the problem, is that I'm still in some trades. So I have to close these trades first. So this screenshot doesn't count. I forgot I'm still in trades. Ugh. All right, hold on. I'm still in a lot of trades actually, so it's not great.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Did they rally the NASDAQ into the close? A little bit.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Okay. So now we're flat. All right, I changed my mind. We're going to add up everything. Let's add up everything because we made some money made some money in most of the accounts. We're going to add up everything today, make it a little harder. All right. You guys are already guessing. Don't put your guesses in yet because I haven't shown. The thing I showed for a moment was not accurate. So we're gonna do re-guesses. Hold on. I'm gonna show it for like a heartbeat here. All right, let me make sure which screen I'm looking at. God, you guys are already guessing. Okay, the way this is going to work is closest to without going over. So just so you know, stop guessing. Closest to without going over. It's going to be all the accounts. I'm going to show you a screenshot real quick. And here you go. All right, that's all you get. Okay, now you can place your guesses. Some of you can't guess twice. So if you've already put your guess in, then you've already guessed. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this in the future, but let's see here. We're going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to go down to, where is it? T right here. Okay. That's definitely too small for you to see. All right. Now get your guesses in. Make sure you have your guess in. As soon as I hit this button, you can't guess again. All right. Just to be clear, I added, we're doing all the accounts, not just the PAs, okay? All the accounts that I have connected today. Here we go. This is going to take, you know what? Let's use the honor system. If you have the winning guess, I'll kind of look through here, but if you have the winning guess, just tell me you think you have the winning guess, and then we can do it like that. Yeah, it's taking a while. What happened? Still analyzing. Servers are busy. I really have no idea. It feels like 3,300. $39.2380. $39.2380. All right, let's see. $39.2380. We got a 33.33. We have 37.50. We have 3,800. I think 3,800 is in the lead right now. So we have 3,800. So it looks like 37.50 and 3,800 are going to win it, or forever hold your peace. You can't vote again. That's better than 3,600. All right, so the answer is we're going to go with Jomo, and who had 37.50? All right, so I'm not very sophisticated. Here's how we're going to do. You're going to send an email to info@tradersdevgroup.com. Okay. I'm not going to do all this silliness. Don't be an asshole if it's not you and send me an email, okay? Because this whole verification, show me a picture logged into your whatever. I had to do that when I was giving away, warrior counts. So Martman was closer. Martman had 38.20. Okay. So, all right. So it's Martman. Martman had 38.20. Okay. So Martman, you can do it. Sorry, Jomo, you got screwed out. Sorry. So it's Martman, and who else is it? Who was the other one? Anyway, if you know who you are, I mean, let's be honest. It's a warrior account. It's kind of cool, though. So Martman and Jomo, you're good sport about it. Sorry, you got. It's like the guy that bets $1, the guy, and prices right. Who was the other one? Dean, you're out because 37.50 is no good. There was a 3,900, wasn't there? Or 3,800? $38.20 and 3,800. Those are the two winners, right? So the 37.50 is out. Okay. Thank you. Luke did it for me. Martman and Jomo, or JMO, or whatever. Send an email to info@tradersdevgroup.com. I'll send you you have to be a subscriber to my channel, which you are because you couldn't make a comment if you weren't a subscriber. And please do hit the like button. It really does help more people know about this stream. I'm going to come over here and close out these positions here to get flat.
Order filled. Position closed.
Apparently I had some NASDAQ shorts on. Forgot about that. So there we go. I think I lost money over here. Nah, kind of mixed. Whatever. So mixed bag up there on Tickblaze. And over here, gonna flatten all this. This is just a test account from, who do you call it? Test account from Ola Prime. So not too worried about that. All right. That was a fun day. Hit the like, get the word out. I agree. Yeah, I could do that. Tune into the room tomorrow. The problem is Brad's not in the room tomorrow. So Big Dick Duck, or Luke, or somebody else, you guys want to come on the mic tomorrow? We'll do Fun Day Friday. I don't know what Dan's schedule is, so you guys can come on the mic tomorrow. That would be fun if you'd like to do that. All right, MBT did not hit my projection, my very unscientific projection of 122.305. But I stayed short over here, so I think I stayed short. Yeah. And then I have a frozen order right here. That's always fun. Yeah, no music. Yeah, no one picked 3,900. You guys screwed up. 3,900. I don't know if anyone wants to stick around for this, but I'm going to look at what the PAs were only. I want to do the PAs only. Because I think the PAs only. I think the PAs were probably about $1,500. Because I lost 319. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm going to go with like 1,500. 14 or 1,500 for the PAs only. Yesterday was a pretty decent day. Tuesday I didn't stream. 23.28. All right, 23.28. So that's pretty good. Yeah, lost. Oh, sorry. You guys can move on with your life. You don't have to stick around for this, but I want to have the data with the real accounts in it, so I put the wrong screenshot in there. I didn't realize I had that obstructed. It's going to be the same, but I want to see which accounts. The 250s are all the ones that lost. Yeah, only the 250s. I guess we lost $25 in that one. All right, any other questions while I was just... So again, if you are Martman and Jomo, send me an email. All right, so this one made 630. All right, so 3 good ones there. This 33 was down 319. Yeah, that sucks. No, it wasn't. Largest red, 33. What? Man, I don't know if I can trust this now. That's not the largest red. 33 is green. 35 was the largest red. All right, this is not interesting to anybody. Stay green and trade like you mean it. Yeah, good luck to everybody. Good luck to Padres fans or Cubs fans or Red Sox fans or Yankees fans or Cleveland fans or Detroit fans. Are any of those games over? Because the Dodgers are already in the playoffs. We'll see you at the next one. Hit the like button. It really does help. We'll see you tomorrow for Fun Day Friday. No stream, but we'll be in our trade room. Be good. Bye-bye.